Hi, good morning. Welcome to the show. I'm Arjunaidi. I'm the pilot in charge of the flight today. This is the rest of my crew. Introduce yourself.
My name is First Officer Khairil Ashis bin.
Good morning, my name is First Officer Muhammad Tazri. Welcome on board. And my name is Wee. I'm the Team B captain on this flight.
With Malaysia Airlines on the long-haul flights, we have 4 pilots, 2 sets. My co-pilot today is Tazreen, Captain Wee, and his co-pilot Ashraf. We work about halfway. The other set comes up and take over. Okay, so here we are at the crew reporting center, Malaysia Airlines crew reporting center. And this is where we come and discuss about the flight today. In Malaysia Airlines, the operations dispatch staff, they send all the documents online actually. So we actually have the documents, we can read documents at home or on the way to the airport. And we just come to the airport just to cover the little few things. As you can see, we have it on an iPad here, Captain Wee's iPad. Today the flight, we also have some hard copy. Maybe on the iPad would be nice. Maybe you can just give a quick rundown on the sector and the weather.
This is the forecast weather, how it's going to look like for the next 6 hours. Right, so our route from Malaysia over here all the way to London, and so these are part of the documents that we have. All right, and this is the flight plan that we have. All right, so, and they also give us a hard copy. These are the hard copy that we need. All right, so many pages, really.
Yeah, so basically I think there's nothing much, isn't it? We saw on the soft copy, nothing major actually today, on this flight today. The weather is pretty good. A bit of weather over Iran just now we saw, isn't it? But I think we'll be on top of it, so should be no problem. Bay of Bengal is good. I look at the flight plan, I think it's quite reasonable. They gave us the 20 minutes holding there for London. This London flight, when we come in the evening, is normally quite busy in London Heathrow, so they give us some extra fuel just to hold in case. Apart from that, the weather arrival is the normal late winter weather in London Heathrow, and document-wise, notices to aircrew, I think it's pretty good. Nothing dramatic, I think. Yeah. So, bearing that in mind, gentlemen, any input on that, feedback? Captain Lee, anything extra?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
So if it's okay with you, I'll take the standard weather. Flight time today is 13 hours and 20 minutes. Not too bad. Hello again. We're now in the cockpit, as you can see, and we've done the pre-flight documentation and procedures, and now I'm just going to give my co-pilot a briefing for today's flight. Okay, Tazin, ready? Yeah? Okay, so it'll be standard company procedures and call-out, sending my function before V1, call-out condition and system, if up to board, now to board, close thrust reverse. You monitor spoilers, decelerate, engines, tell ATC. Aircraft comes to complete stop, I'll set the parking brake set, make a PA alert, and on my command we do the ECAM action. At or after V1 takeoff, continue, no actions below 400 feet except for silence the bell, gear up, and toga if required. You monitor flight path by instruments. Okay, aircraft status for today, we've checked the books, all good, we put it in the performance. Weather-wise, quite a nice day in Kuala Lumpur today. Okay, so let's see today's flight. We've got MS4, aircraft status is good from KL to London with Manchester. The flight data is as per our OFP. Wind next update is later on. I've just put the default for the winds, so we can update later. Fuel load, the final figures to come at the moment is as per OFP. Performance, we calculated for runway T2 right Alpha 10 figures. We'll wait for the final figures and see whether we need to update this. Flight plan today. Okay, we are at Charlie 37, so we'll be pushing back to the right, and we worked out for Alpha 10 takeoff. It's just quite a short taxi out today for us, Alpha 10 takeoff. And runway 32 right, expecting an Agoza Alpha today. Let's see. Chart wise will be okay. We've got the chart there. So runway 32 right. And if you look at the charts, it'll be runway 10, 32 right, call departure by 2,000 feet. We know about that. Gradients are okay for us today. Designator, Agoza 1 Charlie, routing, okay, at Agoza 6% to 4,000 feet, 135250. We've got it, 135250. Routing 341 at 4,000 feet, that's right, 341 at 4,000 feet, whichever is later, left turn 265, left turn 265, that's right there. Max 250 knots, intercept radial 309 Victor Kilo Lima to Agoza, that's 309 to Agoza. D11 miles at 2,500, miles we've got 340, so that's good for us. And do not turn before end of the runway. Safe heights, we've got hills on the right side, 5,300. Left side is just water for us. Any problems after takeoff, we'll just start ATC, climb straight ahead. If we need to come back, we'll dump some fuel and come back for max landing runway 32 right. If procedures allow it, we shall proceed to London. Position monitor, GPS primary is high, accuracy is good. Navigates are on automatic. Sec 1 is just a copy, and Sec 2 is gun it back for ILS 32 left for landing. And apart from that, standard procedures and callouts. Any questions? Set off? No? Okay, so that's the end of the briefing with the co-pilot, so we know each other what we're going to do for the takeoff and right until cruising altitude. At the moment, we're still waiting for the last few passengers to come on board, and then we get ATC clearance. Well, we got 10 minutes to go. Maybe we can ask for ATC.
Affirm, Malaysian 4 requesting flight level 340 to London.
London Heathrow, Agoza 1 Charlie. Initial 6,000 feet, transponder 2155, and clearance expiry at time 0235.
Clear to London, Agoza 1 Charlie, 6,000, squawk 2155, expiry 0235, Malaysian 4.
Okay, we've got the clearance.
Malaysian 4, support contact Lampur ground.
Good day, sir.
Clear to London Heathrow, Agoza 1 Charlie first, as planned, 6,000, and 2155 on the transponder, expiry at 0235. Okay, at the moment, we are parked in the satellite in Kuala Lumpur International Airport. We are at gate number Charlie 37. Charlie 37, here we are. And after start and pushback, it'll be quite a short taxi for us. And there, here we are. Oops. And yep. And that's right. Pushback here, and we go to Alpha 10, runway 32 right, where we'll be taking off from the runway. Okay, go ahead.
With the Charlie's takeoff data.
Is set.
Barrier value?
Is 1011 set.
1011 set. Down to the line.
Check. We just wait now for 10 minutes. And he's pushing back now. I wonder where he's from. Hello, ground.
Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Now we are cleared for pushback, only behind MH8206. I'm not sure where he is. 10 minutes behind him.
Okay, Roger.
I think there's a Medina flight, I think.
Roger.
Okay, Malaysian 4 POB of 193. Dynamite Mike, November Delta.
Cockpit 1903, Mike November Delta.
Yeah. At the moment, we got to wait 10 minutes behind the other A380, actually. He's going to Saudi Arabia. So air traffic control says we got to depart 10 minutes after him. So we just wait here. I just talked to the passengers in a bit.
Pull to tighten. To unfasten, just lift the metal flap. Infant seat belts are available. Keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you're seated and keep them visible. This is a non-smoking flight, so smoking is prohibited anywhere in the aircraft. including the toilets, where sensitive smoke detectors are installed. Tampering with a smoke detector is an offense. If cabin pressure is low, this tab will drop down automatically. Be seated. Pull the tab to release the mask. Oxygen will start flowing. Place it over your nose and mouth. Adjust the band to secure and breathe normally. Always attend to yourself first before attending to others. If the bag doesn't inflate, don't worry. Oxygen will still be flowing. Your life jacket can be found here, in the first class, here in the business class, or here in the economy class. Tear it open, slip the jacket over your head, pass the tape around your waist and attach the buckle. Pull the loose end to tighten. You can blow on the whistle to attract attention. This light will automatically come on when in water. Always attend to yourself first before attending to others. Life jackets for infants are available if required. In case of an emergency landing, you should get into a brace position, like this. This, or this, until the aircraft comes to a complete stop. To evacuate, follow these lights to the exit. The exits are identified clearly. This aircraft has 6 exits in the upper deck and 10 exits in the main deck. Please familiarize yourself with the exits nearest to you, and in the event of an emergency, follow the cabin crew's instructions. If you have to use an evacuation slide, remove high-heel shoes and leave personal belongings behind. Move quickly to the nearest exit and jump on the slide. Move away from the aircraft when you reach the ground.
Assalamualaikum tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, ini saya Captain Arjunaidi. Selamat bersama kami pagi ini ke London Heathrow. Good morning ladies and gentlemen, this is the Captain Arjunaidi Jamil. Welcome on board our flight today to London Heathrow. A slight delay at the moment. It's a bit busy in Kuala Lumpur. We are number 2 for takeoff, and air traffic control has told us we will be pushing back in about 10 minutes time. Flight time today is 13 hours 20 minutes. Weather forecast for the road is generally good. It's a long flight. We have 2 sets of pilots. Assisting me is Mr. Tazrin. The other pilot is Captain VYC and his co-pilot Karel Ashraf. We also have a great set of cabin crew today under charge of Mr. Ho Yijun. Once again, welcome on board and enjoy the flight. Okay, below the line.
Before start, Charlie's below the line. Windows or doors?
Closed.
Closed. Butt brake
Is still on. Okay. Follow ground.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Okay, we cut to push back to face east, call for brakes.
Roger, parking be released.
Brakes release of chocks 23, delay ATC, yeah?
Roger.
before start, Charlie's complete.
Check. And engineering has said we'll start after the pushback, right? Yeah.
Okay, we're facing east.
Yes, runway is 32 right.
Roger.
And advise us when we are ready to start after the pushback.
Roger.
Engine 4 advice for departure 0235. Time check now 0226.
Okay, copy that, Malaysian 4.
Okay, can start now.
Okay, starting 1, 2, 3, and 4, yeah?
Roger.
Okay, start. Ignition start. We see the engine display here. And we're gonna start number 1 first. Starting 1.
Roger.
Okay, as you can see, we're starting number 1. This is number 1 engine indications, and they will tell us when the start is good. It's an automatic start, so everything is taken care of. Entry,
1 and 1.
check, oil pressure, and we've got the fuel flow here, and we'll soon see the ignition, Bravo, and this is the engine light up. Start is good.
One avail.
Number 1 avail here means the engine is good. Starting 2.
Roger.
Same thing again, we're starting number 2. These are now the number 2 engine indications. Again, it's an automatic start. Valve open, entry, oil pressure. There goes the fuel flow, and we've got the igniters coming on. And engine has light up. Looks good.
Two avail.
Starting 3 and 4. Starting number 3.
Roger.
And number 4.
Three and 4 and 1.
Check.
Three avail. Four avail.
Okay, start is good, yeah? Okay, ground, you can disconnect. Start was good. Signals left hand side. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you. Second, bye.
Flight controls.
Good. Full up.
Lumpur ground, Asia Cargo 310, good morning.
I'm now checking the flight controls.
Full down.
After the
Cargo
start.
310.
Asia Cargo 310,
Neutral.
request pushback access.
Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Rudder.
Full left.
Pushback approach, runway 32 right, Asia Cargo
Full right. Neutral.
After start checklist.
After start checklist, anti-ice.
Is off.
Flight control.
Check.
Check. Midstream.
Check.
After start checklist complete.
Check.
Request taxi.
Yes.
Malaysian 4, request taxi.
Engine 4 taxi Olympia runway 32 right by hotel hold shot Bravo.
Taxi only point 32 right via hotel. Hold shot Bravo, Malaysian 4.
Okay, straight ahead. Watch out at Bravo, yeah?
Check. Clear right side.
Clear left side. Okay, brake check.
Pressure 0.
We're just taxiing out now, straight to the holding point. We gotta stop at this taxiway here, Bravo, just a little bit there. Okay, since it's quite a short taxiway, we'll do the before takeoff checklist.
Okay, before takeoff checklist. Flight instruments.
Check.
Check. Briefing.
Confirm.
V1, VR, V2 thrust rating.
Translating Check.
Squawk.
Set.
Before takeoff, Charlie is down the line.
Check. Some ground vehicles there.
Check.
Malaysian 4, approaching Bravo.
Malaysian 4, hold short Bravo, Lampu Tower, 118, dah simak itu deh.
Pushback Bravo, Tower 1188, Malaysian 4, good day. Super Tower, good morning, Malaysian 4 Super.
Good morning, Malaysian 4 Super. Continue Alpha 11 via Bravo and Bravo 13.
Request Alpha 10 if you will.
Request via Alpha 10, Malaysian 4.
Alpha 10 close out.
Roger, clear Alpha 11 via Bravo 13, Malaysian 4.
Okay, so it'll be right turn here and then left turn, Alpha 11, huh? Performance is good. Okay, clear left
right side, first right.
Oh, they put markers here now, huh? Can you check with cabin whether they're ready, please?
Cabin's ready.
Cabin ready? Okay, that's good.
Malaysian 4 ready?
Hello, Tower, Malaysian 704, good morning. Malaysian 4, line up, runway 3 to right.
Line up, runway 32 right, Malaysian 4.
Okay, clear to line up, 3 to right.
704, good morning, continue via Bravo, holding point Alpha 11. Confirm via Bravo for holding point Alpha 11, Malaysian 704.
3 to right, confirm.
704 FM, Bravo and Bravo 13. Roger, Bravo 13, Alpha 11, Malaysian 704.
Cabin crew advised.
Flight 1+2.
Is on.
Before takeoff, Charlie is complete.
Check.
Hello, Tower, Malaysian 2710, good morning. Morning, Malaysian 2710, taxi via Bravo, Bravo 13, Alpha 11. Bravo 13, Alpha 11, Malaysian 2710. Malaysian 4, runway 3 to right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for runway 32 right, Malaysian 4.
Clear for takeoff, runway 3 to right, runway is clear. Okay, gentlemen. Takeoff. Grand flags 52.
Number Tower, good
SRS
morning,
runway,
Chicago
fast blue.
310, approaching Bravo.
Chicago 310, good morning, continue Bravo 14 Alpha, holding point Alpha 11.
Continue Bravo 14, holding point Alpha 11, Chicago 310.
One and
V1.
Lapa Tower, Malaysia 717, good morning on the takeoff. 717, good morning, taxi holding point of 11 via Bravo, Bravo 13.
Zero.
Yes, sir.
Alpha 11 via Bravo, Bravo 11, Bravo.
Autopilot 1.
Check.
Delta, good morning, Malaysian 4 Super passing 600 for 6,000 Agosa 1 Charlie.
Station 4, Super Lumpur radar identified, climb 8,000 feet.
Climb 8,000 feet, Malaysian 4.
8,000 feet.
Check.
About departure, Roger 5136, good morning, demand 1, Foxtrot passing 1,100, coming 5,000.
Break at 5136, Lumpur radar identified, climb 5,000 feet.
Climb 5,000, Roger 5136.
Break at 5136, left turn for Victor, Kilo 5.
Left turn Victor Kilo Lima, Roger 5136.
Climb.
Check.
Flaps 1.
Switch check. Flaps 1.
Malaysian 4, cancel SID, track direct grenade.
Roger that, good name, Malaysian 4.
Direct grenade, please.
Direct unit with the beam.
Check.
Confirm.
Check.
Break at 5136, climb 8,000 feet.
Switch check.
Say again, Roger 5136.
Break at 5136, climb 8,000 feet.
Climb 8,000 feet, Roger 5136.
Break at 5136, track direct Victor, Papa Kilo.
Direct Victor Papa Kilo, Roger 5136.
Lumpur radar 5882, passing 500 feet, Mark, departure. Break at 5882, Lumpur radar identified, climb 5,000 feet. Climb 5,000 feet, break at 5882. Malaysian 4, contact Lumpur radar 124.2.
1242, Malaysian 4, good day.
Yes.
Lumpur radar, good morning, Malaysian 4 Super passing 3,020 feet, climbing 8,000 feet.
Support, good morning, climb flight level 200.
Climb flight level 200, Malaysian 4.
200.
Marindo 1160, climb 10,000 feet.
10,000 Marindo 160.
After takeoff, climb channels down to the line.
Check.
Taking 5,000 feet. 200.
Check.
Flight 2143, heading 180.
Heading 180, climb flight 2143.
Passing 10,000 for 200.
Check. And seatbelt signs. Yep, okay, it's good. Okay, go off, thanks.
Charlie is below the line, the ramp value.
Standard set.
Standard set. After takeoff, or climb Charlie is come.
Check.
Climb nav to pilot 1, I have control.
You have control. Yeah, okay, just a little. Okay, just a little bit about our departure routing just now. We took off towards the north, towards Kuala Lumpur City actually, and then after takeoff, air traffic control gave us a direct routing to this point called Ganip. Most air routes we have waypoints which are just fixed points in the air. This is so that air traffic control easy to disperse aircraft. So we were cleared to that point, and at the present moment we are over the water. We've just passed the coastline of the peninsula of Malaysia. We passed Kuala Lumpur City on our right, weather is good. Our routing today, you can see on the little map here. And if it's a good day, we can see the beautiful island of Penang. We'll see, maybe we can see it, but it's a bit hazy. And then for today, after we pass Penang, we pass the Malaysia airspace, we'll be flying across the Bay of Bengal, and then right over the subcontinent of India. Actually, we'll be flying over the Emirates, over Iran, Turkey, and then over Europe, and direct for London, Heathrow. These are just the flight plan for us. Hopefully we will be getting this route today. Sometimes air traffic control give us some of the routing, but generally it should be this route. And you can see it here on our OIT, our onboard information terminal, and I can show you the route. This is Malaysia here. We're flying over the Bay of Bengal. And let's see. Plan mode. We've got config, and we've got pan map. Okay. And all right. So this orange line is our routing for today. We'll be flying over the Bay of Bengal. This is subcontinent of India. We're flying right over that. And then after that, we'll be flying towards the Emirates. Right over here. This is the Emirates. And then we'll be coming up further north over Iran. And oops, this is a general map, as you can see, from Kuala Lumpur to London. We'll get it closer for you to see. Okay, flying over Iran, over Turkey. We'll be crossing just into Eastern Europe over here. And then from Eastern Europe, we'll be flying over Hungary, Bulgaria, over Germany. And once over Germany, we'll be cleared, hopefully direct to London Heathrow. We're passing 20,000 feet now for flight level 280. Today our cruising altitude, we are requesting for flight level 340, 34,000 feet. Hopefully we'll get it today. Okay, all cruise 340. Okay, we're now reached our cruising level today of 34,000 feet. And we're still in Malaysian airspace. I can see from the map here, we've got Sumatra on our left hand side. That's Phuket and Thailand on the right hand side. In about 40 minutes, we will be entering into Indian airspace. We'll be crossing the Bay of Bengal. You can see this little stretch here. And it looks like pretty good weather today, all the way. Just about another 12.5 hours to go.
Doppler control, I'm on 824.
Hello again. We're now over India. We've gone about nearly 4 hours into the flight. We're at 36,000 feet, and over India we've got Bombay about 20 minutes away, and then we'll be over the water again. I would like to probably just talk a little bit about the instrumentation and the equipment on the A380. Let's start from the left hand side maybe. We have here our PFD, primary flight display, which is most aircraft, all aircraft have it. They call it different names, ADI, Artificial Horizon. As you can see, we have the big display here. The blue is the sky, this is the ground. The left hand side is the airspeed tape, and this is the altitude. At the moment, we are doing a max speed of decimal 845 at the moment, as you can see, about 80% speed of sound. And we're at 36,000 feet. We also have a little compass bearing here, which is 300 degrees magnetic. That's our track. Over on this side, we have our navigation display. Our navigation display, and it shows where we're going. We have our green line here, which is our route today to London. We have a few waypoints all the way to London. We have about, on a long haul flight, maybe about 100, 120 waypoints until we reach London. We have the compass bearing, 300 degrees towards London. We also have other information on this display. We can have the weather display. You can see a little WX there, which shows weather, but at the moment it's quite good actually. There's no weather display, so there's nothing there. We can have the terrain display, which you can see. This dark color here is India, and the lighter one is water, the ocean. Over here we have the ground speed display, 463 knots true air speed, and the present wind at this position, which is 220 at 40 knots, which is somewhere from that side. We have a display here, which is shows us the next waypoint that we are going to, which is called Bogart, and it's about 30 miles away, and we estimate to arrive there at 6:17. The time now is 6:14, in another 3 minutes.
Mumbai control, good. Hello, Malaysian 4 Super.
Malaysian 4 Super identified, confirm level 360.
Affirm, maintaining flight level 360, approaching Agela.
Malaysian 4, Roger, report estimate to gate.
Malaysian 4, estimating to gate at 0714, established on CPDLC.
Malaysian 4, remain this frequency.
Malaysian 4.
Gateways 450, descend to flight level 300, commence descend now.
Understand to commence descent, flight level 300 now, Jetways 450.
Gateways 450 Alpha. Malaysian 1, radar switch terminated, contact Chennai control 124.5.
1245 Malaysian 1.
Oh, tak nampak ni Malaysian 1? Nampak dia tak nampak? Sayang, tak boleh ambil je. Yang tak ada Malaysian 1, Airbus. Tak dengar.
Mumbai Malaysian 4, requesting climb flight level 380.
Malaysian 4, contact radar 133.3.
1333, Malaysian 4, good day. Mumbai, hello, Malaysian 4 Super, maintaining flight level 360.
Malaysian 4 Super, Roger, radar contact, next report Sugit.
Roger, Malaysian 4, request climb flight level 380.
Malaysian 4, Roger, stand by. Malaysian 8206, request estimate of Parar and cruising max.
Malaysian 8206, estimating Parar 0756 and decimal 85, Malaysian 8206.
Roger, Cockpit. Malaysian 4, climb level 380.
Roger, climb level 380, Malaysian 4, thank you, sir. This is the ATR 239. Malaysian 4, maintaining flight level 380.
Malaysian 4, Roger, radar contact.
Okay, so okay lah, you monitor the flight lah. Snap, autopilot 1 lah. Your radio also lah. Right. Okay, where were we? We finish here kan? Okay, continue yeah? Over here we have our standby instruments, our main standby instruments, our primary flight display, which is the same as this, and we have our compass. These are our standby instruments, which means when everything else fails, this will still be working. Over here we have our engine warning display. This is our main display interface with the computers. This A380 monitored by computers, the systems, and if they detect any problems, they will make a display on this display, and they will even give the appropriate actions to be taken actually. Apart from that, for us, we can display certain things. For example, our checklist. When we enter a particular phase of flight, we have to do a checklist. We have done the before start, after start, before takeoff and after takeoff. The next checklist to be done will be the approach checklist, which will be done in London Heathrow. As you can see, we will have to do all these items when we do the actual approach checklist later on. Okay, the same displays are on the co-pilot side as on my side. Coming down to the lower panel, we have our multifunction display. This display shows us mainly the operational flight plan. I will show you the pages. We have our flight plan here, which is displayed onto this display. I will go through the lines with you. We are from this waypoint Bekut, and our next waypoint is Sugit, as you can see from here. It shows us the time that we will reach Sugit, our present speed, decimal 85 Mach, our level, flight level 380. It also shows the track and the distance to go between each waypoint, all the way until London Heathrow, which at the moment we shows here, London Heathrow, EGLL 27 right, estimate to arrive there at 15:53 GMT, local time in London. Fuel on arrival estimated to be 18.8. And total distance to run now is about just over 4,000 nautical miles to go. We can pick another page on our flight plan. This is our performance page. Once again, we have different phases of flight. The takeoff page, the climb. We are in cruise, so it shows the cruise page. The descent page, later when we go on to our descent, the approach phase, and the go-around phase. At the moment on the cruise page, it will tell us our present speed, again decimal 85 Mach. This portion here shows us our next climb level, At the moment we are at 38,000 feet, and our next climb is 40,000 feet. As you know, as the aircraft gets lighter, we prefer a higher level for economics reason. So we expect to climb to flight level 400, 40,000 feet at time 0957. The time now is 0653, in about 3 hours time. Next page I will show you is our fuel and load page, which is the present weight of the aircraft. It gives us our present fuel, our present weight, our estimated landing weight, and the fuel that you can expect on arrival, and other flight plan fuel, for example our alternate fuel, our final fuel, and the extra fuel that we will have when we arrive in London Heathrow. The other pages are just extra pages which will help us in our operations. We have our GPS page, we have our navigation nav aids page, we have our IRS page and our GPS pages. These are just info on the aircraft systems, just to help us with our plan. That is the multifunction, and my co-pilot will have the same thing on his side here. This is the system display page, and at the moment it's on the default page. It shows the more important points like our fuel flow per engine per hour, and the fuel use. This is the depiction of our aircraft cabin actually. In the cockpit at the moment is 22 degrees, very nice. And at the back, the upper deck, the temperature at the moment is between 22 to 23. And the main deck is about 24 to 25. These three boxes are the temperature in the cargo holds. We have a display here on the present temperature, which is minus 49 outside. The gross weight, at the moment we are 432 tons, and the fuel on board is 119 tons. This little page here is our communications page. At the moment, the active air traffic control with us at the moment is Mumbai. And with this system, we can either give our position reports or talk to them on voice, or we can use data link. I will show you data link. These are the messages that we have sent to the various data link on our way to this present moment. We can request for clearances via this data link system, or we can use it by a normal voice system. It's like an SMS actually. We just type in what we request, we send it to them, and they will reply to us, and it comes out like this with a message record. This is especially good when we are out of VHF range and the HF is not so clear. So this is a very good system, the data link system. We move down to lower quadrant. This is our main keyboard and control system with the flight plan. Same as here with co-pilot side. Over here is our throttle quadrant. Our throttles, auto fix system. All Airbus aircraft have an auto throttle fix system. Unlike some aircraft, you can see it moving to and fro. With the Airbus aircraft, it's a fixed throttle system. Our 4 engine masters control cutoff switches are here. we have little control unit here, and I will show you we can display all the engine system on our system display page. I will start with the engine page. This will show all the 4 engines and the parameters, all the information on each engine. Next page is our auxiliary power unit. We're not using it at the moment, so there's no display. Our bleed system, our air system, which gives bleed air for the whole aircraft system. The aircon system, again, this depicts the whole aircraft. The cockpit, 22 degrees. Upper deck, 22 degrees. Main deck, 24 degrees. Cargo holes, 15 degrees, 20 degrees, 16 degrees. Cabin pressure system. At the moment, the cabin is at 6,350 feet compared to our actual present actual aircraft altitude of 38,000 feet. The cabin is a nice 6,000 feet. The door page, it shows all the doors. The S is slides, the doors are armed, and the slides are armed. Our electric page, AC system, the aircraft engines, 4 generators producing electricity for the whole aircraft system. The electric DC system, our aircraft batteries being charged by the various TRUs. The fuel page, as you can see, this is our fuel page. All the tanks at the moment, all the fuel in the tanks, and the pumps. The fuel system is fully automated, not much pilot interference actually. Everything is green, which shows is good. This is the wheel page, showing us all the wheels with the temperature. It's very cold at the moment, the temperature's 25 average temperature of the wheels. Our hydraulic system. The A380 has 2 main hydraulic systems. We call it the green system and the yellow system. The flight control page. This display on all our flight controls. We have the rudders, elevators and stabilizers, the ailerons and the wings, and the flaps. Everything is green, means good. And this is the CB page. At the moment, everything is good, normal. Moving back down again to the lower quadrant, we have some equipment here. This is our speed brake lever. This is our flap lever. We have our pitch trim and rudder trim controls, and of course, this is our parking brake handle. This is the glass shield. In an aircraft, there's 3 main ways to control the aircraft. One is, of course, by manual controls. Next, direct by autopilot. And the third, by the computers. So the glass shield mainly is for the flight crew, the pilots, to control the aircraft via the autopilot direct. So we have the glass shield here. If I can show you, this is the max speed. At the moment, the max is controlled by the computer, but if I want to control it, I can pull it up and I will control it. Make 0.85, I can reduce the speed to 0.84. I am controlling the speed via the autopilot. Now let's the computer control it. Same as the heading. At the moment, it's being controlled by the computers to follow our track. But I can control the aircraft by turning the heading left or right away from the flight plan route. Same for the altitude. We're at 38,000 feet. I can change the altitude through the glass shield panel. Over here we have a few buttons that we use to show on our display here. This is a constraint button. We can show all kinds of constraint on the display. We have a waypoint button which will show all the waypoints. As you can see, there's too much clutter, so we don't want that. So we don't normally put it on. Same for the navigations, VOR and NDB. You can see all coming up here. Again, we don't require it at the moment. Airports, maybe you can have a look. This is without the airport display, and this is with the airport display. Goa, we've got Mumbai, we've got Karachi here, Ahmedabad here. So we normally leave it on. This is again the same. We've got display for VORs 1, VOR 2. We've got the weather display here. If you can see, I put it on. We have a WX here, and it'll show. We're picking up a little bit of weather, maybe just a little bit, some low clouds on the right hand side of the aircraft, just a little bit. But it's clear at the moment. Terrain, it gives a display of the terrain that we have in our aircraft computer database. We are over water, and over on the right hand side here, we can see the terrain, which is Pakistan, Karachi, Pakistan. Next button is the traffic button. When we put it on, okay. Next is the traffic button. When we put it on, we can see other traffic, other aircraft in our vicinity, so that we'll know, we're aware of all the traffic around us. We also have a few selections here for our display, the VORs, navigation, and this display changes it a little bit from a full rows to just the front portion actually. Plan gives us a plan view from the top, our aircraft and what it looks like on a plan mode. We have a range button here, gives us a display of how far we want to have a look. 80 miles ahead, 40 miles ahead, and all the way up to 640 miles away for us. I will show you a feature that we have on this A380 aircraft, which is the on-ground navigation system. Right. When we select to the left, right down to the left, this display will show us the ground display. At the moment, it is displayed our destination, which is London Heathrow. As you can see, it shows 2 runways at London Heathrow, all the taxiways that are available there. I will be able to control the display and have a look at the airport and the taxiways to assist us on our ground movement on the ground. Okay. We have another display here, or one on the left hand side, and we have the same one for the co-pilot. This is our OIS, our onboard information system. What it is a display, and we have various information that we can access through this system. In the old days, we have books and documents that we have to carry on board. With all modern aircraft, everything is digital, and we don't have to carry all those documents and books anymore. So we have a database on board the aircraft, and we can access it through this terminal and with this keyboard. I will show you the relevant pages For example, we have the operations library. We have the flight crew operating manual, the training manual, the minimum equipment list, so on and so forth. All the books that we used to carry, hard copy, is now digitized, and we can access it through here. Just an example, I can access the flight crew operating manual, and we can read any system that we want. For example, maybe an air conditioning system. So we can read all about the air conditioning system, for example. Just to show you an example. There you go. All these manuals are available for us to access for any reason we wish. Next, we can also access the navigation charts. Again, in the old days, we refer to maps and charts. Now, it's all through this terminal. For example, this is the route that we are doing today. This is the main route, and they give you an overview of where we are actually. If you can make it out, we've got Australia here, Malaysia, Indonesia, India, Arabia. So we are in this area and displayed in a bigger scale over here. The orange lines, our planned route for today. So these are the charts that we can access. We can also access airport charts. I will show you airport charts. We can select, for example, WMKK is our departure airport, Kuala Lumpur, and EGLL is London Heathrow. And we can show ground charts, approach charts, all the charts that are available in our database. This, for example, is the London airport chart for the ground. I will show you
time marker.
The arrival chart for London Heathrow that we can expect later on. For example, this is for ILS runway 09 left. So under the charts page, we can show all available charts worldwide, and we plan it accordingly for us. For example, for today, we plan KL and London Heathrow. And of course, the en route chart, which we have had a look just now. Another feature of this onboard system is the flight folder system. Our dispatchers in Kuala Lumpur have loaded all the information that we need for this flight onto the aircraft, and we can display the various pages that we want. I will show you the available pages that we can view. For example, this is the weather chart that is forecasted for the route. As you can see, this is Arabia here. At the present moment, we are just coming up to this point here, just to the northeast of the Emirates. So this is where we are, and this is the forecast chart for the route. We can have a look at another chart, and of course I can enlarge it to a bigger scale, and we can see this weather chart is for 1200 GMT, which is in another 4 hours time. As you can see, this is red line is our route. There is some weather supposed to be over Iran, but we will be above it, so it should be a smooth flight again. Apart from this, there are other documents, the NOTAM. As you can see, I'm accessing this through the keyboard here. We have NOTAMs. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, these are our note times for the flight, and we can always come back and read anything which is pertinent for the sector for this flight. We have other information that's been loaded on. For example, this is our profile for the whole flight with the winds that can be expected. I will show you. I'm okay. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Okay, this is a chart for the flight once again. The black line is our route, and this will show us the expected winds en route. Being still winter time, we can expect plenty of winds from the west, as you can see. So this is another document that is loaded on from the dispatchers for us for our flight. The expected weather in London when we arrive, and all the main airports that which may be of concern to us. For example, this is expected London weather for arrival and our alternate Manchester. So all the important documents for this flight is already loaded onto the aircraft, and we can access this at our leisure anytime we want. The other things that we can access through this onboard information system is the aircraft performance. In the old days again, we look at charts in our performance manuals to help us with the best performance for the aircraft for the flight. However, now everything is already laid out for us, soft copy, and we can calculate all performance for the aircraft via this terminal. Again, the display and the keyboard. For example, I will work out one performance for the cruise at this present moment. I will fill up all the fields, and they will calculate us the best performance for this aircraft at this present moment. The wind, I will put in the present wind. The temperature, ISO temperature. We're not using anti-ice, so it's off. The gross weight, the present weight of the aircraft is 420 tons. CG is 41. Air conditioning is normal. Our heading is nearly 300. We are at 38,000 feet. We're using economy profile with a cost index of 140. All engines are operative. Fuel factor is 2.9 with a buffer margin of 1.3. Once we have filled in all these fields, we can ask the computer to calculate for us. There you go. It gives us all the figures, performance figures for the flight. All engine fuel flow, fuel engine, ratios, continue distance, and thrust rating. The more important one is altitude. Recommended altitude is 40,400, flight level 404, optimum 390, and this is what as aircrew we're looking for is the next height to go. To step to flight level 400 at 409 tons, which is about another 2 hours time from now. So as you can see, we will perform all our performance requirements with this terminal. This is a cruise, and later on before landing we'll work out the landing performance. Apart from this, we also use this terminal to communicate with the various agencies. We communicate with our company, we communicate with the various agencies to get weather updates and any information. As an example, I will show you free tax, and let us talk to our company. At this page, we can decide who we want to send a message to. For example, let us send a message to our company tech crew. MCC is our maintenance control system. OCC is our operational control system. And we can take this away and we can write whatever message we want. For example, let us give our company an estimate arrival time in London Heathrow. So I will type it here. So I've informed them MH4 ETA London Heathrow at 1600 GMT. So what we'll do now, we'll just send it to them and sending and send. So we use this to communicate with our company and to the other agencies. For example, we can ask for weather information. For example, I put in here London, Manchester and Amsterdam, for example, and we can send it to the agencies, and in about a couple of minutes they will come back to us with the weather at the airports that we have requested. Let's give it a wait. There you go. They have come back to us. And we've got the SITA weather report. And they will display the airports that we have requested for. For example, we asked for London weather, Manchester weather, and Amsterdam weather. And at the moment it looks good. At the moment London is 3 degrees at the moment. And it's about 8 in the morning, so it's 3 degrees in the morning. And Manchester is also good. It's 3 degrees in Manchester. For 8,000, visibility is not too bad. Amsterdam is good, clear weather, Cape OK, 5 degrees, still very cold. So, as I've shown, this main system gives us communication with the various agencies, and at the same time, access to all the documentation, the books, the manuals that we require to prioritize, maximize the performance for this flight today. We've been flying for about 5 hours and 45 minutes, and now the second set of crew will be taking over for us, and we will be going for a break. What we're doing now is we're just briefing the incoming set of crew on the status of the aircraft, the situation here, so that it'll be easy for them, very seamless on them to know what's going on. So we just give a quick briefing, and I will give Captain Wee a quick briefing. We are at 38,000 feet, doing a 0.85 at the moment, course index of 140, no speed control by Muscat. We're at 38,000 feet, next climb is 400 at 9:58. This is the OFP climb. Yep. We are now just entered Muscat airspace. We're in contact with them, squawking 4070. No traffic considering us for us today, and aircraft status is good. Everything's normal. Fuel wise, we are We are by 2.7, so that's pretty good for us. Planning for our alternates, I've planned Sec 1 is for Tehran, Sec 2 is for Istanbul, and Sec 3 is for Dubai. The cabin looks good, no report from the IFS. So everything's good. Anything to add, President? It's good? Okay. Your controls for a while, Mac, or cruise nav, autopilot 1, you have control. I change over with Captain V, yeah? Okay, V. All yours.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, bye-bye. See you later.
No, it's okay, we'll use this one. Is it? Okay. I'm ready. Okay. Mark all cruise nav. I have control.
Okay, Mark Cruise Nav 1, you have control.
Right, I'll be taking over for the next 6 hours or so. So Captain Jun will have his rest and we'll come back for the landing. Okay, this is taken from the tail camera mounted on the vertical fin, and this is the under the belly, the taxi camera. So you can see the aircraft moving across the landscape. So shortly we'll be entering the airspace over Iran. There's nothing here of course, but later on you will see the coastline, Iran. This camera is installed mainly for maneuvering on the ground actually. As you can see, there's a magenta box there and these two indicators. It's actually meant for taxiing of the aircraft. As the aircraft is quite big, so they use these aids to guide us when we are taxiing on the taxiway. But in flight, it also provides a very good view to passengers who are interested in looking at the where we are flying. So it's very good attraction, and in fact we get quite a number of good comment from the passengers. They like it very much. We are at the tip of the Persian Gulf right now, somewhere in Iran airspace, and you can see outside there, that's the part over here. Across the Gulf is Kuwait on the other side, so we are on this way, and the landscape is quite interesting. It's all mountain and deserts in the area. Today is a little bit hazy. If you look outside, you can zoom outside, you can see all the mountains out there, and very nice. Very unique features in Iran.
Caspian 4300, radar service terminated, contact 1239ers, bye-bye.
123.9 for Caspian 430, bye-bye.
Terrain control, good morning, Qatari 8671, level at 400.
Hello, Qatari 8671, maintain 400, next report imlot. Pakistan 284, contact Karachi 128.35, bye-bye.
1835, go to Pakistan 24. Radar, good afternoon, Asaman 3702.
Good afternoon, Asaman 3702, maintain 190, report as much.
Canada Radar, float 520, Salam alaikum, maintaining level 350.
Hello, float 520, radar contact. Skyder by 324, contact UAE 124.85 and release by Tehran. Bye-bye.
12485, Skyder by 324, bye-bye.
Tehran radar, Assalamu alaikum, Arabia 465.
Hello, Arabia 465, radar contact, report final level. Safi 204, radar service terminated, contact 1239ers, bye-bye.
123.9, bye-bye, sir, Safi 204.
Malaysian 4, radar service terminated, contact 1239ers, bye-bye.
123.9, Malaysian 4, bye-bye.
Safi 204, good afternoon, level 330.
Tehran, good afternoon, Malaysian 4, flight level 380.
Malaysian 4, good afternoon, level 380, report habit.
Malaysian 4, go again at Habit and request climb level 400.
Someone. Malaysian 4, climb 400.
Thank you, climb level 400, Malaysian 4.
Truck minus 1819er, contact radar 1203. Bye-bye. Contact radar 1207.
1207, Skyder 711, bye, good day.
At 901, continue by Ankara 1293, goodbye.
Ankara 1293, good day, ATL 91.
You're welcome.
Charlie Romeo Kilo 9er 490, hello radar contact.
Ankara, good afternoon, Eurocat 901. Ankara, good afternoon, Eurocat 901.
Ankara günler, Turkish 1 Sierra Bravo climbing 240 on course ATC.
Turkish 1 Sierra Bravo, good day, radar contact climb level 340.
Climb level 340, Turkish 1 Sierra Bravo.
We are now over the Turkey airspace at 40,000 feet and pretty nice cruise, and it's about 9 hours and 40 minutes into our journey. A little bit of information on our overhead panel. So these are all the control switches that we use. Alright, the panels are divided into various sections for controlling different things. Like for example, this is for the cabin calls. This one to control the oxygen supply, and emergency power, entertainment, evacuation, and we have flight control computers this side as well as the other side. And in the middle section, the lower portion is all lights control, right, with engine NDIs, and we also have air, that is for air conditioning as well as the bleed. And we have electrical supply, both the AC as well as the DC. And we have 4 generators, 1, 2, 3, 4, one for each engine. We also have APU generators, 2 for the APU, and we have 4 batteries. So there's a lot of electrical supply for the aircraft. Above it, it's fuel control panel. That's where we have all the fuel pumps. We have so many tanks, 4 main feed tanks, and we have 6 transfer tanks available. So each of them is supplied by 2 pumps, and they also have the transfer valve available. And right on top here is the engine fire switch control, just in case there's any fire. So in the engine we can use that to extinguish the fire. Alright, and further to the right is the ventilation panel, and we also have this smoke detection and extinguishing agent. Right, cargo air conditioning, and then we have the third set of communication control available. And right on top it's all the reset breakers. That's for resetting all the computers available in the aircraft. And we have a lot more that's in the avionic compartment, which is situated below and at the back of us. So basically these are the switches that we use every time before and after flights. So if there's no light, that means it's good. Actually, that is the main difference. One is with a control column, and the other one is just with a side stick. But both of them are equally responsive, and you know, with such a big aircraft like Airbus A380, and the control is just like controlling a sports car. It's very responsive and very nice. The difference between the Airbus and the 747 flying, it's physically main thing is the height. We are not sitting as high as a 747. You know, this aircraft is sitting slightly lower, but the landing is almost the same. The technique of using the yoke and technique of using a side stick, they are pretty much the same. So it's just a matter of getting used to it. I started flying in 1980. That's 36 years ago. Well, at that point in time, I have to choose between a self-sponsored study or a sponsored, fully sponsored study. So I took the later one, and which was also one of my hobby or interest, to become a pilot. So that's how I started. And 36 years later, you know, it's still like yesterday. And flying is something which is very interesting. Every flights are different, and every day we encounter different things. So that's what makes it very, very exciting, even after 36 years. I started my training in Scotland. That's in 1980, and took me about slightly more than a year to complete the basic training course. Then I came back and joined Malaysia Airlines as a cadet pilot, and continued my training with Malaysia Airlines. That took me another 6 months before I started flying as a co-pilot in November 1980. Yep. Then after that, it's happy sailing all the time. Since then, I started off with a Fokker 27, a small propeller aircraft.
That makes a lot of noise.
Yeah, that makes a lot of noise with a fan outside and hot inside. And then progressed to 737-200. That's the pure jet engine. And from there, I flew Airbus 330. That's Airbus 300 B4. Yep, as a co-pilot. and then that took me about 8 years, after which I got my hours and my command. Then I became a captain on the Fokker 27 again. So that's a progress. From Fokker 27 I went to Fokker 50, and from Fokker 50 to 737-200, and then 737-400, and then subsequently on the 330, 777, and 744, and eventually on a 380, and that's where I am today.
Malaysia 4, request direct withdrawal.
Stand right. Malaysia 4, proceed to draws.
Proceed to draws, thank you, Malaysia 4.
Pushback 258 Ankara.
Go ahead, sir.
Are you able to climb flight level 390?
Deck 258, negative. Kuala Lumpur Airways 124, level 380.
Jet Airways 124 identified, how do you read?
Read is 10-4 now, Jet Airways 124.
Ankara, Uzbek 258 request.
Go ahead.
Uzbek 258 request descent to flight level 350.
Skywise 798, contact 120.825, goodbye.
We got a frequency for Skywise 798?
120.825.
120.825, Skywise 798.
Etihad 1 to Ankara.
Go ahead.
Sierra Victor Romeo 7022 Ankara. Eastbound level 37 or 390.
370, Sierra Victor Romeo 7022.
Descent flight level 370.
Descending 370, Sierra Victor Romeo 7022. This is good left.
Ankara, hello, Qatari 151, maintain 380.
Qatari 151, Merhaba identified.
Yep.
Etihad 73 Yankee, pointing 120.825, goodbye.
Okay, 120,
325 Etihad, 73 Yankee, good day.
120825.
120825, thank you.
Sofia, good afternoon, Turkish 7 Foxtrot Whiskey, heavy climbing 360.
Turkish 7 Foxtrot Whiskey, Sofia, control identified. Climb flight level 408, 1000 feet per minute or greater until passing flight level 380.
Actually climb 400, 1000 feet or greater after up to passing 380, Turkish 7 Foxtrot Whiskey.
Malaysia 4, contact Bucharest, 122.375.
Bucharest radar, Emirates 190, follow 340.
Emirates 190, Bucharest radar, roger, radar contact.
Bucharest, Malaysian 4, super, level 400, good afternoon.
Malaysian 4, Bucharest, radar contact, good afternoon. Route to Begla.
Route to Begla, Malaysian 4.
Italia 5, would like to contact Bucharest on 124.1, bye-bye. Eurowings 107, Bucharest.
Yes, good afternoon again, flight level 380.
Eurowings 107, Bucharest, radar contact, hello.
Thank you.
Perfect, sir.
Roger, run.
Radar hold Turkish 4 Sierra X-ray.
Turkish 4 Sierra X-ray, go.
Level 370 short to Lamso.
Turkish 4 Sierra X-ray, Bucharest, radar contact, hello.
Marcelo.
Alright, Mary Zulu, my contact the lower sector on 122.025, bye-bye.
3025, run right, 215.
Request radar, hello, Turkish 3 Sierra uniform level 340.
Hello, Turkish 3 Sierra uniform radar, contact, continue contact.
We are already proceeding contact, thanks, Turkish 3 Sierra uniform.
Turkish 5 3 Quebec.
This time you can take it, you can see it on the right.
Budapest, Malaysian 4 super, level 400, good afternoon.
Malaysian 4, good afternoon, radar contact.
Malaysian 4.
Budapest, good day, Lieutenant 1 Papa, November, level 370 inbound T5.
Lieutenant 1 Papa November, hello, radar contact, direct to Sagri initially.
Direct Sagri, Lieutenant 1 Papa November.
Budapest, hello, Turkish 2 Juliet Lima, heavy level 380.
Turkish 2 Juliet Lima, hello, radar contact, direct to Begla.
Direct to Begla, Turkish 2 Juliet Lima.
Vietnam 18, contact Budapest 13630, bye-bye.
13630, good day, Vietnam 18.
Juliet Lima, heavy level 380.
Turkish 2, Juliet Lima, that was identified.
Bean radar, hello Emirates 50 Super, approaching flight level 350.
Emirates 50, that was identified. Turkish 8, Juliet Yankee, climb flight level 380.
Unable 380, Turkish 8 Juliet Yankee, maybe 360.
Turkish 8, Juliet Yankee, maintain 370.
Maintain flight level 370, Turkish 8 Juliet Yankee.
373 Alpha, flight level 212 for 240.
Austin 373 Alpha, that was identified, climb flight level 300.
Climb level 300, Austin 373 Alpha.
Turkish 8, Juliet Yankee, contact Bean on 13435, goodbye.
Take up frequency Turkish 8 Juliet Yankee.
135.
I called Lufthansa 2 Echo Papa, descent level 320 miles.
Hello again. Well, I'm back. I've just had a good rest, about 4 or 5 hours rest, good sleep, and I'm back again to work. We're over Germany at the moment. We've just passed on our left hand side the famous German city of Cologne, and we're at 40,000 feet. We'll be starting our descent in about half an hour or so. So around this time, we normally give a descent briefing. So I will give a descent briefing. Your controls, huh, Tazrin? You got Mike or cruise nav or the pilot 1, you have control.
Cruise nav, pilot 1, I have control.
Okay, aircraft status is good, no issues, and fuel wise, plenty of fuel available, about 2+ tons up. We've just got the latest weather. The 80s from London Heathrow, very good weather, clear skies, visibility is very good, and it's about 11 degrees Celsius. So arrival weather is good for us, yeah? And alternate weather, Manchester is also good. Runway 05 left, cab okay. Yeah? So destination, alternate weather is good. Okay, flight.
Crossing hello, Malaysian 4 Super, maintaining flight level 400.
Malaysian 4, good day, identified. Embassy Director Rafso.
Rafso, Malaysian 4.
Okay, direct to
Rafso.
Rafso, direct with a beam.
Check.
Inserting.
Check.
Nav and active waypoint Rafso.
Check.
Okay, back to the briefing. Expecting runway 09 left at London Heathrow. Descent will be FMS generated, and we will be descending now from Rafso, expecting the normal clearance Lamborn 3 Alpha, yeah?
Check.
And restrictions will be Logan 250. Logan 250.
Check.
We've got Sabre at 160. Sabre at 160. Over Lamborn, if you're required to hold, we'll do the holding pattern.
Check.
If not, expect radar vectors for runway 09 left.
Check.
We're flying to the north, expect north of the runway, radar vectors, and left turn to intercept the ILS.
Check.
ILS 09 left, initial approach, maybe they will give us 3,500, maybe. Intercept the ILS, coming down on the ILS, down to a company minimum of 280 feet. Miss approach. will be as published. Looks good. Missed approach 1580. DME 0 before IAA, whichever is later. Left turn 038. That looks good. And climbing to 3000 feet. So the nav is good for go around. And we have the flight plan to alternate Manchester inside. Performance, descent speed at the moment, I'll leave you on manage. We'll see what ATC says. Approach page, we have set the latest weather report. Temperature is 11, QNH 1029, baro minima 280. Speeds will be calculated, and we have to work out the performance later for landing. Go round is on default. Fuel and load. Expected landing weight of 333.2. Fuel on arrival is 20 tons. You've got about 8 over tons fuel. About 52 minutes of holding time, usable time for us. Position monitor. Accuracy is high on GPS primary. Navigates on automatic, and we got 09 left. India Alpha Alpha 110.3, 91, glide slope of 3 degrees. Secondary flight plan is on 09 right. Secondary 2 is on 27 left. On landing, landing on runway 09 left. Expect to clear via Alpha 5. Via Alpha 5. Expected taxi route will be probably left turn. They might give us Lima maybe, or even Alpha, depending on what they want us to do. And then we will most probably hold maybe 4 Echo, maybe. Clears to cross the runway. Going to the southern apron here, and expecting our normal parking bay maybe 4546. So it'll be standard procedures and callouts. Nothing in the no temps for us to be concerned about. Anything to add, Tazrin?
No, all understood.
All okay?
Check.
Okay, good. End of briefing. I have control, Mac, or cruise nav, or pilot 1.
Mac, cruise nav to pilot 1, you have control. No changes. We are now with Maastricht 132085.
Right. I'm just making a public address, PA, to the passengers to inform them about our landing in London Heathrow. Assalamualaikum, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, saya Captain Rajun Haidi. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, this is Captain again. At the moment we are at 40,000 feet and we have approximately 230 nautical miles to run before we reach London Heathrow. In about 10 minutes we will be starting our descent. The weather on the descent is good. The latest weather report in London Heathrow is also good. Mostly clear skies, temperature is 11 degrees Celsius. It's a bit busy normally at this time of the day in London Heathrow, but I do not expect any delay. And we expect to land in London Heathrow at 4 o'clock. And we should be parked at the terminal building at 4:15, 4:15 on schedule. The time now in London is 21 minutes past 3, and it's still Thursday, the 17th of March. I do hope you have enjoyed the flight. We do appreciate your business, and we hope to see you again soon. Alright. Yeah. Okay, prepare cabin for arrival, yeah? Thank you. Okay.
Maastricht Conditions run 8 Delta Romeo maintaining final 400 towards Gorlo. Binary Delta Romeo, hello, identified.
Maastricht, hello, speedbird 975 Heathrow, climbing flight level 380 direct to call out.
Speedbird 975 Hotel, good day, identified.
London, hello, Malaysian 4 Super, maintaining flight level 400.
Malaysian 4, good afternoon, Lamborn 3 Alpha arrival with less than 5 minutes delay.
Roger, Lamborn 3 Alpha, arrival, copy that, Malaysian 4.
Malaysian 4, when ready, descend flight level 360.
When ready, descend flight level 360, Malaysian 4.
Cruising Air 907.
The nav display includes a vertical VD display, vertical display for the flight profile. As you can see, little aeroplane here, and this is our route. And it superimposes the weather and also the terrain. So if there's weather, you see clouds here, and if there's terrain, you see mountains here also, depicted terrain. So as we come down, you will follow this profile as per the flight plan profile that we have planned. So later on, we will be following this deviation here down to all the way to our landing. This again helps us in looking at the profile picture of our flight.
Descend now, flight level 250, level by Logan.
Descend now, level 250 by Logan, Malaysian 4.
250 blue, descend now. Mac, descend,
Door,
250
please.
blue.
Tubit 446,
Two steep
please
path
drop
ahead,
to
clear.
125.75, bye-bye.
125.75 the speed, speedbird 446.
Malaysian 4, speed to London 129605, good day.
129605, Malaysian 4, good day.
Speedbird 701, your speed to London 129.605.
12960. London, hello, Malaysian 4 Super, passing 324, descending flight level 250, speed 270 knots.
Malaysian 4, thank you, descend flight level 210.
Descend flight level 210, Malaysian 4.
210 blue.
London Hello, Scoot 1001, we're descending flight level 250 towards rest, speed 250.
Turkish 8 Juliet Yankee, resume your navigation now, Lamborn, 250 knots. Resume to all navigation to Lamborn, speed 250 now, Turkish 8 Juliet Yankee. Right, 4 November 4, short turn right, heading 170 degrees.
Right, head 170 degrees, 4 November Foxtrot.
Malaysian 4, descend flight level 200.
Descend flight level 200, Malaysian 4.
Malaysian 4, contact London 123.9.
1239, Malaysian 4, good day. London, hello, Malaysian 4 Super, passing 182, descending flight 160, speed 270 knots.
Malaysian 4, hello, reduce now to holding speed. There is a 5-minute delay at Lamborn.
Roger, reduce the holding speed now, Malaysian 4. Copy that.
Okay, reduce.
Juliet Yankee, join the hold at Lamborn.
I'll hold at
5-minute
220,
delay.
yeah? That's the best speed, I think.
Holding at Lamborn, 5 minutes later, Juliet Yankee.
Selected speed 220 blue.
Check. So is that Lamborn speed, yeah? Wait, Lamborn hold, yeah? 264. Instead, yeah?
Check.
Malaysian 4, descend flight level 150.
Descend flight level 150, Malaysian 4.
150 blue, Trasaddle, open descent.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, we've got Lamborn, IAA identified.
Check.
Malaysian 4, maintaining flight level 150.
Malaysian 4, roger, hold a Lamborn.
Malaysian 4.
Okay, yeah, so clearance to hold a Lamborn. We've got that. Speed is okay, we've got Lamborn box 1 and 2.
Check.
Okay, it's a bit busy at the moment in London, as expected. This is a VOR, a gateway to London. It's called Lambourne, and that's where most aircraft hold. So we have to hold probably one holding pattern about 4 minutes. Just about to come up in about 1 minute. 130 blue.
Descend flight level 150.
Descend flight level 150, runway 941.
Speedbird 701, descend flight level 140.
Descend flight 140, speedbird 70.
Supposed to be 2 aircraft in the holding pattern. Can't see them at the moment. Just coming up over Lambourne and joining the hole. Okay.
And Malaysian 4, contact Heathrow 119725.
119725, Malaysian 4, good day.
Bye.
5, contact directly with your call sign only 120.4, bye-bye.
1204, call sign Scandinavian 805, goodbye.
Heathrow Malaysian 4, super, approaching level 110 in the hole.
Malaysian 4, thank you. Continue on Lambourne, hold a few more minutes. QNH is 1028. You've got 2 miles 9 left.
Exit Lambourne heading 270, yeah? Check.
Roger, shuttle 3 Lima.
Shuttle 19 Alpha, turn right, heading 265.
You didn't give a speed, right?
Right, head 265, shuttle 19 Alpha.
Okay.
Malaysian 4, descend flight level 100, confirm your aircraft type.
Descend level 100, A380, Malaysian 4.
Shuttle open descent, all 100 blue.
20 knots.
Maintain 220 knots, Korean Air 9007.
Shuttle 3 Lima, flight heading 260 degrees.
Heading 260 degrees, shuttle 3 Lima.
Shuttle 3 Lima, contact direct with your call sign only 1204, bye-bye.
1204, shuttle 3 Lima.
Malaysian 4, descend flight level 90.
Descend level 90, Malaysian 4.
90 blue.
Check.
Malaysian 4, turn left heading 260 degrees.
Left heading 260, Malaysian 4.
Left heading 260.
Check. Cabin's ready.
Check.
Malaysian 4, you've got 26 miles, landing 09 left, descent to altitude 4,000 feet. The QNH is 1028.
First roll, open descent and set QNH.
Okay. 1028.
Set.
Set and cross check, passing 7,200 feet, passing.
Malaysian 4, contact direct with your course on only 120.4, bye-bye.
7,000 feet now.
Check.
4 miles 9 left, descent to altitude 4,000 feet.
Descend altitude 4,000 feet, speedbird 605.
Heathrow Malaysian 4, hello.
Malaysian 4, hello, you've got 26 miles for 9 left.
Malaysian 4.
Turkish 8, Juliet Yankee, reduce speed 180 knots.
Okay, put checklist please.
Speed 180 knots, Turkish 8, Juliet Yankee.
Cruise checklist.
Cleared, ILS approach,
Briefing.
runway 09 left.
Confirm.
09 left, Korean Air
Aircraft value.
1028 set.
1028 set. Minima.
Barrow 280 set.
280 set. Full shell is complete.
Check.
Turkish 8, Juliet Yankee, heads up, supplies.
Speed out star.
Check.
Malaysian 4, cut disregard. Spirit 66 Golf Alpha, contact the tower 1187, bye-bye.
1187, 66
Alt.
Golf Alpha, bye.
Malaysian 4, descend to altitude 3,000 feet.
3,000 feet, Malaysian 4.
Turkish 8, Juliet Yankee, speed 150
Transit
knots.
open descent 3000 blue.
48 meters, Turkish 8, Juliet Yankee.
Malaysian 4, turn left heading 115, report established 9 left.
Left heading 115, welcome Malaysian 4.
Left heading 115 and IAA identified, sensing is good.
Juliet Yankee, contact the tower 187,
Log blue.
bye-bye.
117 mobile, Turkish 8, Juliet Yankee.
Lockstar.
Check. Malaysian 4, service localizer 09 left.
Malaysian 4, thank you, descend with the ILS.
Malaysian 4, go.
Okay, clear for the ILS. Arming approach. GS Blue, Cat 3 Dual, autopilot 1+2.
Check.
Director, good afternoon, Mike Bravo, Romeo Victor.
Mike Victor Oscar, hello, reduce speed 180 knots and report aircraft type.
Speed 180, we're at citation 550, Mike Victor.
Roger. Speed 701, turn left heading 115, when established localised, descend microwave 9 left.
Jetstar.
Left heading 115, when established on the localised descent microwave 9 left, speedbird 701.
Mike Victor Oscar, turn left heading 180 degrees.
Left heading 180, Mike Victor.
Yes.
Check.
Go down altitude set.
Malaysian 4, speed 160 knots until 5 DME.
160 until 5 DME, Malaysian 4.
Speed 701, descend to altitude 3,000 feet, when
Speed
established
check.
descend microwave.
Flaps 2.
Altitude 3000 when established 7 microwave, speedbird 701.
Mike Victor Oscar, descend to altitude 5,000 feet.
Altitude 5,000.
2,500.
9 for 1, turn left heading 265.
Check.
Start on the line 941, turn left heading 265.
Turn left 265, I found that for a while.
Malaysian 4, contact tower 1187, bye-bye.
1187, Malaysian 4, green.
Wait, 09 left, Turkish, Juliet Yankee.
Hello Tower, hello Malaysian 4, super established ILS 6 miles final.
Flaps 3.
Speed check. Flaps 3.
Gear down.
Gears down.
Malaysian 4, Tower, good afternoon. Continue approach for runway 09 left, exit Alpha 5.
Continue approach 09 left, exit Alpha 5, Malaysian 4.
Okay. Alpha 5 is our designated exit, yes?
Check.
Flaps full.
Hey, speed check.
Landing checklist.
Yankee, contact ground 121-19, bye-bye.
119, bye-bye, Turkish, Juliet Yankee.
Landing checklist. Cabin crew.
Advice.
Auto thrust mode.
Speed.
Auto brake.
BTV.
Landing checklist complete.
Check.
Trooper 605, good speed off at Alpha 9 Whiskey if you can please, runway 09 left, clear to land. Surface wind east delay at 8 knots.
Hey, we'll do our best, clear land 9 left, good speed 05.
$1,000.
Check.
Target A, speedbird 701, 8.5 miles, microwave 9 left.
Speedbird 701, Tower, good afternoon. Continue on the microwave for runway 09 left.
Continuing, speedbird 701.
Speedbird 605, thank you for that. Turn right on to Alpha, contact ground 121.850.
Alright, 11850, speedbird.
Land.
Check.
Malaysian 4.
100 above.
09 left, clear to land, surface wind 080 degrees at 7 knots.
Clear to land 09 left, Malaysian 4.
Clear to land.
Minimum.
Runways visual. Continue.
Check.
$100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. Retard. Retard. Retard.
Roll out. Reversers, spoilers, BTV, decel.
Mike Bravo Romeo Victor Oscar Heathrow Tower, good afternoon. Continue approach from 09 left.
09 left.
70 knots. Second right.
Check. We have traffic Turkish on the right, yes?
Check.
Malaysian 4, vacate right, give way to Turkish Airbus.
Vacate right, give way to Turkish Airbus, Malaysian 4.
Okay, we've got 20 knots, and we're number 2 behind the Turkish.
Malaysian 4,
Check.
contact ground 121.9, goodbye now.
19 Malaysian 4, grey. Heathrow ground, hello Malaysian 4 Super.
Malaysian 4 Super, hello, turn left on Alpha and then Lima and hold at Lima 1.
Turn left on Alpha and Lima, hold at Lima 1, Malaysian 4.
Okay, left turn on Alpha, then Lima, hold Lima 1.
Zulu Alpha, ready for tow.
Kenny Zulu Alpha, thanks. Give way to the Air France parking 407. You can park 408.
Zulu Air France parking on 407, park on 408, Zulu Alpha.
And the one is to hold at?
Lima 1.
Lima 1.
Check. Halt. Check. So 3,000 feet, Malaysian 4. 1,000 open descent, 3,000 blue. Check.
Identified, sensing is good.
Check.
Look blue. Log star.
Check.
Speed alt.
Check. Hello, Malaysian 4 Super Service IS 6 miles per.
Okay, down. Flap street.
Speed. Check. That's 3.
Gear down.
Gears down.
Check.
100 above. Minimum.
Runway is visual. Continue.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, retard, retard, retard.
Roll out. Reversers, spoilers, ETV, is down. Okay, right. Give it to Turkish Airbus Malaysia 4. Okay, got 20 knots and number 2 behind the Turkish. Malaysia 4, contact 121.9, active 219 Malaysian 4, ready. Heathrow ground, hello Malaysian 4 super.
Malaysian 4 super, hello, turn left on Alpha and then Lima and hold at Lima 1.
Turn left on Alpha and Lima, hold at Lima 1, Malaysian 4. Left turn on Alpha and Lima, hold Lima 1. Stand by. First right now. And you want us to hold at Lima 1. Lima 1. Okay, ECAM action. Okay, engine 2, oil chip detected. Crew minus clear engine 2. Clear. ECAM action complete. Check. And after landing checks. And after landing checks.
On their ground, B9 Victor uniform, we'd like a tow please from 332 to 357. B9 Victor uniform, hello, you can push now, report ready for tow, face to the east. Push face to east, report for tow, Victor uniform.
And where's Lima 5, is it? Holding it? Lima 1. Right at the end, okay.
Take schedule at Yankee, turn right on Bravo, then Kilo 216.
Alright, Bravo, Kilo, then 216, Turkish, schedule Yankee.
Two 468, clear for takeoff 9 right, wind 050 degrees at 10.
Clear takeoff, Seagulls 46.
With 462, give way to the company 321 coming down your left hand side, then hold at November Bravo 11.
Give way to the company 321 on our left and then hold November Bravo 11, speed limit 46.
That's what 86 X-ray. When able, take the
Half left on Yankee, hold shoulder link 52, speed advantage Yankee.
Malaysian 4 behind the departing British Airways 787. He's just rotated, cross 09 and right behind.
British Airways 77, course runway 09 right behind Malaysia Airlines.
Mike Bravo, Romeo, first to the whole short, November 5 with.
Mike Bravo, Romeo Victor Oscar low at November 5
Left
whiskey,
clear.
cross runway 09 right.
Right, clear.
At November 5 whiskey, cross 09 right.
Lima, hold Lima 1.
Alright, Bravo, Lima 1, we'll hold Lima 1, you're not too far.
Unit at 941, monitor the tower, 18.5, bye-bye.
118.5, you're not 31.
A380, left and right clear.
Check.
I'll say 207, start 421, start pushback is approved. Kuna 907, holding short runway 09 right, contact tower 18.5.
Holding short 09, yeah, November 4 Echo 185, plane air 9007, so long.
Center 941, holding short runway 09 right, contact tower 18.5.
Holding short 05, right, 1185, 9041.
American 107, make a right turn on Alpha, hold at Horka.
Right on Alpha, hold Horka, American 107.
Back brakes in. Keep shutting down. Some doors, cross check.
Can we go to some more doors and cross check?
That's it. Flight is completed. It's about 13 hours flight time all the way just now from Kuala Lumpur to here we are arriving in London Heathrow. Nice, beautiful weather. Hope you enjoy your stay here. Bye bye.